So welcome everybody to the annual Kerr Menzi virtual Thanksgiving. COVID has been a terrible in many levels, too many to count, but there are a couple, if you think about it, there are probably some positive things that came out of COVID. One of it was we realized how much we missed one another last year. We decided it was prompted by my niece Ashley and my brother Charlie. Hey, can you figure out a way to connect everybody virtually? So we did. So welcome. We are starting promptly at 1 o'clock. We will ask you in terms of the spirit of recognizing Thanksgiving and sharing Thanksgiving and kind of an oral history of our family. When you're called upon, I'll ask you to reflect on either all of these things or any one of these things. A Thanksgiving memory that you'd like the future generations to remember and to be aware of, something you might be grateful for, and maybe a dream that you might have of the future, something you're dreaming about for the future. So I'll give you an example of how that might work. I can, and also we're going to ask you to do this in 3 minutes. So to show that this is possible, I'll share a Thanksgiving memory, and it was when I was working in the city, and my niece Amy was a student at Fairfield. I don't know if she was a freshman or a sophomore, but I said, Amy, why don't you come down to New York City and I'll show you the town, and then you and I can fly together to go see your parents for Thanksgiving. And I guess they were in North Carolina at that time. So I'll never forget the sight of seeing Amy, whose train came in 2 or 3 hours early, either at Penn Station, or it was either Penn Station or Grand Central. This young college girl surrounded by suitcases, not looking terribly comfortable. I said, don't worry, Amy, we'll store everything. Let's go take a walk. And I took her to Tavern on the Green, and we'll walk through Central Park. And as we walked through Central Park, what did I see off in the distance but the biggest rat that I ever saw in my entire life? So as being a good uncle, I tried to obscure her view of the rat. So I don't know if I was successful or not. Something I'm grateful for, I'm grateful that I've deepened my relationship with Jesus Christ, which has informed my life and greatly contributed to the quality of my life and hopefully made me a better person. And my dream for the future is that the traditions that exist in our family will serve future generations as they have served us. I think I did that in about 1.5 minutes. So it is possible. Would ask you to keep your microphone muted. Everyone will be given a chance to speak. And as I mentioned before, the gathering will be recorded. So we got quite a few of us on the line here. So to do this in an hour, I'd ask you to please wait to be called upon. Everyone will get a chance. Try to keep it to a maximum of 3 minutes. You can enter in chat. There's a chat box, and you can enter in comments at any time into chat if you want to be heard while you don't have the microphone. And after everyone's had a chance to say something and share something, I will open up all microphones, and you can have what we call unstructured yak as well. We're scheduled to go for an hour, but we can flex up until about 2:30 if necessary. Okay. So with that in mind, here are the 3 questions for today: the Thanksgiving memory, something you're grateful for, and a possible dream for the future. So you might want to write those down and commit those to memory, because I've already been given feedback that people don't want to look at my slides, they want to see faces. So I am now going to make the screen disappear. If you forget what the questions are, I will remind you. So we're going to stop sharing. And you control your desktop. So please, again, everyone, keep your microphones off, but until I call upon you. And as far as what you're seeing on your screen is something that you control. And then so when I call upon you, just turn on your mic, and then you have the floor. So Menzi, I said Kerr Menzi, I could have might as well just said Menzi Kerr. So why don't we start with Linda and Claude? So you guys have to turn on your microphone.
Muting.
And there you are, okay. Linda. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Perfect.
So I think my husband is in the shower. He probably will be joining us because we're heading over to our son Christopher's for the afternoon's festivities. So as soon as our Zoom is over, then we're due over at Chris's. So I think he's getting ready. So my Thanksgiving memories always are surrounded by thoughts of being at the Kerrs. You know, I've written stories about gathering at your house in Huntington, and you know, with your mom and dad and Uncle Freddie and Elvira, and it was just a very special time. So my memories always have a lot to do with being around my 4 cousins. to say nothing of the memories in the summertime and when we spent time together. But whatever. What am I grateful for? I'm grateful for our family. I'm grateful for our health at this point in our lives, since I think we're probably the oldest members of this clan. So at this point in time, just very grateful for our health, such as it is, and for our children and our grandchildren. And my wish for the future is for some sense of peace on earth, that we can somehow or other get through all of this pandemic and just live gratefully, find joy in every day, because I think it's very difficult to do that in this time. So grateful to Danny too, because without him, I would not be able to be seen or heard. So Dan and I had a special time together on Saturday where he convinced me that it was not my, craziness. It was something to do with my computer. So he has helped facilitate that. And I really appreciate that, Dan, because I can't imagine not being here. So that's my piece for the day. And I think Claude probably would join me in wishing everybody a very happy Thanksgiving.
Well, if he joins later, we'll recognize him.
Okay, do that.
Okay, so we heard from the senior Menzi contingent. So what I'd like to do now is why don't we go by family tree, like we're in the Old Testament with the begats and stuff like that. So I think if I go down the Kerr line, I don't think Chris is with us, or son Chris. I don't think Jamie is with us. So why don't we go to the fruits of Noel, and why don't we go to Sean? So Sean, if you could come off mute, turn on your mic.
Thanksgiving, everyone. As you can see, there are people outside the view of the camera that should come in.
Everybody,
there we go.
Come on.
So, there's little David Bowie here. So it's great to see everyone and wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving memory for me, I was thinking about this. I mean, every year is such a great memory. I think one of the memories that sticks out is traveling to Long Island and having Thanksgiving at your house, Uncle Danny, with you and Susan and the family, was really kind of a reconnection for me, because I'm not around very often, down in Long Island. I've been there more often this year than quite in years past, which has been great. So it was really nice. I'd love to do that again in the future. What I'm thankful for are the people that are around me today. It's an amazing thing. Life is good, and God is good, and things have just been fantastic for us. So Laura and I are officially empty nesters. This little monster right here is out of the house and employed and on her way for a career. And Brienne, who's off camera over this side, is recently married and also doing well.
Bethany?
So
Say hi, Bethany.
Bethany's over
This
here.
is Bethany. This is my new daughter-in-law.
Yeah, so
Hi. Happy Thanksgiving.
So everything is good. As far as my dream I have a dream, and my dream is to have a dream. No, I'm kidding. Like Martin Luther King, I had a dream, and it was to have everyone come to me at Thanksgiving. And it's now that I'm at this ripe old age of 60 something, 61. Thank you. People are coming to us, and it's really a pleasure and really special. So, we're all cooking. Robert should be here anytime. He'll wander in
Just
right
before dinner.
So he's the only one missing right now. Everybody else is here, but I think my time is up, and God bless. And I'm going to pass it over to who wants to be next. Xander, you want to be next?
No, I think he's gonna go to another.
No, go ahead. Well, that's okay. As long as we got Xander, she's there.
Okay, yeah, she's
Okay.
here. Oh, she's right over here.
I'm
All right, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna put you in the center.
Now I know what my students feel like when I
Yeah,
call
that's
upon
right.
them. Okay. I will try and really keep this within timeline. I am what I am most thankful for Thanksgiving is and are the people in my life, family and chosen family and friends and whatnot. And this is just such a lovely reminder, seeing everybody here on the screen, everybody who's here that you can't see. Trust me, there are more people. And I am so grateful for that. It is something that is invaluable, not something one can put dollars on, and it means more than any of the money or whatnot. And I am just very grateful for that today. I'm going to turn it to Laura.
Oh, me? Okay.
You're now in the seat that I was in.
So one of my favorite memories, because we gave favorite memories last year, so I'm going to say something that struck me this year when Xander and Alejandro came and they brought chocolate. And it reminded me of Skip and Allie. When you came every year, you would bring me this huge thing and it was always chocolate. And it's just like a Mai's thing. And without even meaning to, they carried on the tradition. So I
mean, maybe it was intentional, but
was it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm grateful for the chocolate.
And if you like chocolate.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's a big yes. And what I'm thankful for is something I don't let him know I'm thankful for enough is my husband, Sean, because here I am in this room having hors d'oeuvres with our guests and he's in the kitchen cooking the entire meal because he's better at it than me and he likes to do it. And I don't tell him often enough, I think, how grateful I am that he's,
Thank you.
such a great guy and lets me do my own, I get to pretty up the house and he gets to cook all the food. And that's good. I'm grateful for that. And you all too. All right, Rachel.
Well, I feel like we're taking up a lot of time. So I just want to say I'm grateful for everybody. Really quick memory. I remember when we didn't have power and we had to go with Mark and I believe Jan was there and Robert and a bunch of other people. And we went to a restaurant and the Mises were there too. We went to a restaurant and we destroyed some prime rib. So I
had
think
turkey.
2 people had turkey. And
No,
the rest of
just
us had
me.
prime rib. So yeah, that was a great memory, but it's great to see all of you. Miss you guys. Bree.
I'll echo the thankfulness for family and chosen family, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you. It's so nice to see your faces. And my favorite, probably good Thanksgiving memory is a Thanksgiving we had in Marlow, where all the Varleys were there, and it was actually the first time I ever shot a gun, and we we're shooting shotguns in the backyard of Marlow, and all the Varleys were there.
Was that the one where we had the fried turkey under the upturned rowboat?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It was a
That's
very
a
hillbilly.
great Varley Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
Oh, and one last thing before we go, Aunt Ally,
Did
Uncle
we miss
Skip,
anybody?
I just want to confirm the new boyfriend, he does chew with his mouth closed and he does take out the trash, so
And he brought me
we're good. And
chocolate.
he brought chocolate, so yeah, he passes the
He's a
test.
keeper.
Just to let you know, okay?
Okay.
Anybody else?
Somewhere in heaven, Aunt Noelle is smiling. So
That's right.
Happy Thanksgiving,
happy
guys.
Thanksgiving.
Why
Okay.
don't you guys come on and watch? Thank you. Love everybody.
Okay. So why don't we go over now down the family tree? Why don't we go to the Menzi side and go to Marjorie? Marjorie, if you could come off mute, turn on your mic.
Hi, it's wonderful to see you all. Bill and I are here in Washington State, and we're visiting 3 of our children. The other 2 are on the East Coast. So we're going to have Thanksgiving with 3 of them, which is wonderful. And when I think about Thanksgiving, I guess I have to reiterate the fact that as a child, going to the Kerr family was just a very important part of our life. And spending the time at the kids' table was sometimes, I think we resented the fact that we weren't part of the adults, but we had a wonderful time together with our cousins. And I remember listening on the radio sometimes afterwards. Was the program Dragnet? What was that program? I'm trying to remember the program that especially Nana used to like to listen to. But anyway, it was always wonderful to go there. And that was always a prelude to Christmas. And one of the most exciting things about our Christmas was the gifts that we got from Aunt Vivian and Uncle Bob. We always got a big box of dresses for all of the Menzi girls. And it was so exciting to get that box and look at those wonderful dresses from Penny's. It was part of the holiday season that we enjoyed so much. And I think about what I'm thankful for. I'm thankful for friends who are family and family who are friends. And I'm fortunate to have a lot of those on both sides, family and friends. And for the future, the only thing I can hope for is some gathering together of our country and our world. You know, I can say peace for our world, peace for our country, but I've spent a lot of my life involved in civic education, and what's going on politically is so upsetting to me. I think we all live with unreconciled harmony in our country. And so that's what I hope for the future, is that we have some gathering together of meaning and love and support throughout our country and the world. And it's wonderful to be here. Thank you and Danny, I have so enjoyed reading Dan's poetry. We share that. We both are parts of poetry groups, and I have really appreciated sharing that with my young cousin. So thank you, Dan.
Thank you. There's a new poetry anthology that's got the philosophy of Uncle Fred is going to be published in the Bard's Annual. I'll send everybody a copy of it. A lot of Thanksgiving memories involve Uncle Fred. So thank you, Marjorie. Dennis, over to the Kerr wing that's in Texas temporarily, or actually some of them are in Texas more than temporarily. Dennis, over to you. Got to turn your mic on.
Am I on? My voice working?
Your voice is working and your lips are working, and you got your beautiful wife with you.
I do. Going on 56 years. You know,
congratulations.
after meeting in 4th grade, it took me 12 years to convince her to marry me. But I guess I'm most thankful for her. But memories of Thanksgiving, I always thought it was amazing how my mother would be able to feed anybody that came in the door, some of which were not even invited, with a full plate of turkey and dressing, and we'd have about 7 or 8 pies on the pool table, and or some kind of table, and it was just amazing how Mom could pull that off. I'll never forget that. What I'm grateful for is my life. I'm grateful to be alive and have so many good friends and relatives that care about what the stuff I've gone through, just like many of you on the screen have gone through with health. But I'm up to about 80%, I think, of what I was when I started having some more problems. So I'm very thankful that the good Lord's given me another year, and I look forward to many more. What I hope for is, of course, peace in the world, which is a hope that hasn't been accomplished since the world was just, started. But maybe we can reach that someday. And I hope that all of us that are on the screen and not on the screen have a healthy life, and that we get to enjoy the blessings we have in this country under our Constitution. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is something that, I fought for 31 years, and don't have any complaints about the time that I had to serve, and still serve in some capacity. So I'll turn it over to my wife, who's the better half of this family.
Some days. I think that we are all probably in the midst of cooking and smelling and ignoring the thought of how many calories are on a Thanksgiving dinner. And what I'm remembering is all the years that Dennis and I had 2 on the same day, beginning with when we were dating and into our marriage while your parents, the Nana and Grandpop, still lived on Long Island. We'd have a full Thanksgiving dinner at one of our parents' houses and then go to the other house for another one. And then in the Army, it was a tradition, especially if a soldier had a command, that you join his soldiers that worked there, the enlisted people, in the mess hall for Thanksgiving at about noon. So we would go to the mess hall for Thanksgiving, and it was all very nicely done and delicious food. And then we'd come home and we'd have our own Thanksgiving because we liked having our family Thanksgiving and we liked having leftovers. So that was an especially healthy way to live, but it gave us some memories. And we kind of did it this year because last Saturday, we were at John and Jen's beautiful new house in Parker, Texas, outside of Dallas, and had a delicious Thanksgiving dinner. And today we're outside of Houston at Lauren and Tony's beautiful house, preparing to have another one. So that's what made me think about it. What was the next one? A memory, what I'm grateful for. Oh, of course, like everybody, I'm grateful for some return to some sense of normality and hoping it lasts and improves. And very specifically, I am very grateful for doxycycline because, as most of you know, Dennis had, since the spring through the entire summer, a horrendous case of Lyme disease, which was almost totally debilitating. And after 2 months on doxycycline, he's back in all his glory, which is, for the most part, is really good. And wish for the future is that our country and our world can get its act together. It's going to take a lot of work, a lot of prayer, and closer to home that my children and grandchildren can navigate and thrive in the crazy world, whatever it brings their way. So happy Thanksgiving to everybody. And now, Lauren, I guess.
Oh, I guess if we go down the tree, wouldn't Amy would be first.
Oh, Amy's here. Oh yeah, there she is. I couldn't see you. Okay, there.
Lauren, we'll get to you, I promise.
Favorite. I mean, what can you do?
Hi, everybody. Mom, it's so funny that you should tell that story because in talking about memories, I was thinking of two things. And the first thing I was going to talk about was having to eat twice. So that's really very funny. We did not often get to spend Thanksgiving with our extended family when we were growing up. So that was my childhood memory that I was going to talk about. For my family, our probably favorite Thanksgiving memories have to do with being at the beach in North Carolina with my parents and siblings. And hopefully we'll be doing that again very soon. In terms of being thankful, I echo what Mom said about Dad's health. And as quickly as it declined, when we finally got the right combination of doctors, it came back. And so I really feel like this year I witnessed a miracle right in front of my eyes. My wish for the future is that we have a happy occasion to all be together again soon. And I think that's it. Yeah. So we all wish you a very happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Amy. Okay, Lauren, over to you.
Hello, everybody. Oops. Would you? You unmute yours. Okay. Is this working?
Yes, you're fine.
Can you hear her?
Yeah.
Yes, she's fine.
Yeah, you can see me twice. Oh, it's so nice to see everybody. Uncle Danny, I really appreciate you and Susan putting this together. It's such a treat. I remember last year being so delighted. You don't need to see me twice, so I'm going to close this. Being so delighted when you put this together, and it's just as special this year.
You wiped
Where
yourself
are
out.
you?
I'm right there.
Oh, okay.
Nobody needs to see me twice. Family memory, we moved around so much, and I can't. The thing that comes to mind is coming home at Thanksgiving, and what a relief it was to be back in whatever house we were in, but you felt like you were home because of all the things that my mom did to make it feel like home. So Thanksgiving was kind of the first big holiday that we came home from college. And Mom, you always did a great job. She's hiding for some reason. What I'm thankful for, oh my goodness, I think people have covered most of it. I'm glad that Dad is back to his old rambunctious self. That's a big one. I'm glad that we're all able to see each other today. I'm glad to see my nephew Dennis, who I didn't get to talk to today, and he's looking so good with his mustache. Hi, Dennis. So I guess I'm thankful for all of you. Hope for the future. Oh my goodness, that we can all have a little bit of patience with each other as we're dealing with difficult times. I don't mean so much our family. I just mean pretty much everybody. That's what I hope for. So thanks again, Uncle Danny and Aunt Susan, for putting this together.
Thank you. Thank you. And is John on the line?
I don't see him.
Okay.
I expected he would be, but I don't see him. He's in
Okay.
Omaha.
If he shows up, we'll be grateful to have him. So,
Okay.
okay. So I think Marjorie and Andrea, I think, are together. So why don't we go to them? Marjorie and Andrea, you have to turn on your mic. Okay, down by, there you go.
It's Val and it's Valerie and Andrea. Can't hear you.
Go ahead, Valerie. I got confused. That'll be what this. I will not be the first error I'll make today.
No problem. I'm very happy to see all of you, some of whom I have never seen before. So it's very nice to see how the Kerr family has grown exponentially. Our family hasn't grown that exponentially, maybe if we got all together. Memories of Thanksgiving, of course. Every time I take my dog out for a walk, not every time, but in general, I pass by your house, the house you guys grew up in on Charlemagne. And did you know that your house is the only one that had the address of Charlemagne? No one else has that address. So you were one Charlemagne, everyone else is Taylor. And I thought that was quite unusual, but befitting for the Kerr family. So thinking back about going to the Kerrs, Phil and I decided to host Thanksgiving for our side of the family. And we've been trying to do it.
For 50 years.
We've been doing it for 50 years.
Now, last year was the first that we didn't, and this was supposed to be the 50th, but we do have Andrea here, and we do have Lauren, and we do have my daughter who is coming down, and my grandson and my son-in-law, and Lauren's friend is here, JP, and unfortunately Rich is sick. But yes, we've had 50 Thanksgivings. Some of them Marjorie has been here, and some of them Linda has been here, which has been very, very nice.
And Andrea, of course.
Of course, Andrea. She was number one, actually. She was on our first Thanksgiving. We figured that one out. So here she's still here. So we've had quite a few, but I do remember my very first Thanksgiving with Valerie, and that was at the Kerr house. And that was back in 1966, November 1966. And so that was the first time out in Asheroken. And it was really nice. Of course, there was a big mob there, and it was quite unusual because our family was usually, if we had a dozen people or maybe 15, but out there must have been 25 or 30 people at least.
It just seemed like a lot.
Just a lot. And Danny at the time was about, I think you were probably 12. Am I right, Danny? Were you 12?
11 actually, but
11. Okay, 66. You're right. Okay, so there you go. You were a youngin' then. So it's been a lot of nice memories, and it's been nice to see. Although I haven't seen Allison recently. I keep looking for you on Sunday, Allison, but I don't see you.
You'll see her shortly. We'll bring her up shortly.
Yes, no, I know. I usually see her at church, but I haven't seen her in a while. But anyway, there's Skip. Yes, I usually see Skip and Allison. So.
And so our hope for the future is very similar to everyone else's, for us all to get along and for us to appreciate each other and their all their positivities.
I don't know.
Positive areas and all.
And even the negative areas.
And
we have to be able to
areas.
appreciate it all.
Yes.
And there's our daughter Suzanne. Hello.
Hello.
This is the whole Kerr family. We'll introduce you.
Family.
Hello. And so that's what we wish for. And we're going to turn it over to Andrea because
No, we're going back to Danny.
Oh, I'm sorry. It goes back.
No,
to
it doesn't even go to Danny. It goes to Charlie.
So why don't we, Andrea, would you mind? We'll come back to you. So we'll give others a break because we don't have as many Menzis as we have Kerrs. So okay. So actually now I'm going to go back to a different part of the family tree. And Allison, we will get to you. We're going to go back to, I see that Mark and Jan have joined us. Mark, Noel's second oldest after Sean. Go ahead, Mark and Jan. You're on.
Hey guys, good seeing everybody there. And I didn't read I'm not sure what I'm supposed to talk about, but it's good to see you guys. I'm thankful just to be here with Jan. Because of the COVID, we didn't go to my brother Sean's house. Jan's very nervous about it, although she's had all her shots, and I've had my distemper and parvo and all of that too. So we're here and just having Thanksgiving. So it's good to chime in and see everybody. Almost feels like a party, although it's not as personal as what I'm used to. I don't know where to go with this. So
Mark, how about just 2 questions? Your favorite memory and something you're grateful for?
what I'm grateful for is a couple Thanksgivings that I had at Uncle Danny's house. And traveling from Westchester to Uncle Danny's should only be maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours. But because I did it on Thanksgiving Day, I remember going over the Throgs Neck Bridge, and I think it was close to 3 hours to get over the bridge. Then everything was all right. I swore I'd never do that again, but of course, the next time I went to your house, I'd forgotten all about that. So I did it again. And now I just like to keep that in my head. Don't do that anymore on Thanksgiving Day. To be grateful, I'm just grateful to have all you guys here, and then everybody's safe and living well, and my grandchildren, and I'm happy to have them.
Mark, Jan, anything you'd like to share?
No, I'm fine. He said it all.
She'll start crying. She'll bust out.
Guys. Okay, good. So thanks, guys. So if you could turn off your mic, let's go. We have a turkey who's been waiting patiently. It's like Skip is ready to come out of the oven. Skip and Allie, got to turn your mic on.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. You're on.
Okay. Okay. What I remember is going, I hadn't until Mark said that, when I was a newly married person, we took Skip.
That was a long time ago.
Yes. We took Skip and his brother, no, my mother-in-law and her son, Skip's brother.
Yes.
And I think it took us 3.5 hours to get over the Throgs Neck Bridge.
Yeah.
So, I'm with you, Mark. But I also remember, like, we would have dinner later in the day and I would get hungry. So I remember trying to munch on stuff. And I'm grateful for the family I have and that I don't have to have a long car ride today. And in the future, I wish COVID was gone and just a memory for everybody. And I wish everyone happiness and health in this coming year. And that's about it. I'll give it to Skip.
Okay. I remember several Thanksgiving at the Kerrs in Asheroken, but the first one I remember, and it's so easy to say this now, but it was just immediate family, you know, children, grandchildren, and I remember thinking it was like a party. There were so many people. So, but you know, after time I got used to, you know, immediate family was a party and a lot of people. So I do remember great times in Asheroken for Thanksgiving, and Mom was just such a gracious host, and Pop also. So I have great memories of those times. Thank you.
And what do you wish for?
I wish what Allie said is that COVID goes away. It just, it's affected all of us so much. We lost a very, very close friend who had all his shots, never in the hospital, and got sick and was dead in 3 weeks. So it's just an insidious disease, and it just, we just need to pray that it goes away. So anyway, but I wish everyone a great Thanksgiving. And
what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for the Mize family and the Kerr family.
Okay. And the Menzi family.
And the Menzi family, I look at it as part of the Kerr family.
Okay.
So didn't mean to exclude you guys.
Okay, thanks. Speaking of the Mize family, I think going down the tree, we've already heard from Alex. So why don't we go up to Ashley?
Okay.
Ashley, you got to turn your mic on. There you go.
All right, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes, we
Can
can.
you hear me? Okay, great. I have one of my two children, the other one, both sides of my family scheduled the Zooms exactly the same time. So this is Hudson, how old are you now, honey? 11, and this is Emerson, 9. Okay, thanks. And we are having dinner at our house today, and then we're gonna see my parents out. And wait, there's my husband. Say hi, honey. Why are you drawing? And then we're gonna have dessert and cookie decorating and Thanksgiving gingerbread house building at my parents' outside a little later. But to follow the instructions given by Uncle Dan, this is a family tradition in and of itself. Goodbye. So a memory I have, by the time when I guess I was like 6 or 7, my nanny and grandpa moved to Florida. But I remember I have so many wonderful memories of visiting them there. And I actually came across a picture, which you won't be able to see well, but this is Nanny in her backyard there. And I just found this today. And I love that it started with, I'm doing what I do best, studying for a test. So I guess that's when she was going back to get her nursing license, right? After grandpa retired. And then she explained how she'd also painted the furniture. She went down the list of all of her tasks. She certainly wasn't, resting in a retirement way. But I remember when she moved to East Northport towards the end of her life, and we did have a Thanksgiving there. And I just remember I have a nice family picture. It's me and my sister and my parents, and we're kind of, it was a little bit close because there are a lot of Kerrs, and not that we all were there, but it was still a full house. And I look at that picture and it brings me back to that happy feeling, of us all being together. And it's just such a nice memory for me. And I guess I'm thankful for, I know we went through some things last year. Right now, I'm thankful that my children are able to go to school in person. And that's just, you can't beat in-person instruction. And we didn't really have that last year, all year. And we're working on making up for that. And Hudson, you're thankful for something? Is it gonna be nice?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm thankful for all the fun stuff like vacations and mini golf and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Bowling opening back up.
Right, we got to do some fun stuff. They got to have a little bit of a summer vacation this year. And then I'm thankful for some new Thanksgiving traditions because this morning Hudson did a fun run that I drove him to, which was fun to watch. And then Emerson, my daughter, is actually old enough to help in the kitchen in a way that's helpful. So that's been great too. And my hope for the future, my dream for the future is just to get to see as many of you as possible in person, because in person is just the best. Though I'm grateful that we have Zoom as well. So it's great to see so many wonderful faces. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Hudson, as well, and Emmy. Okay, why don't we go to going down the family tree here. Let's go to the Big Chicken in North Carolina, and Big Chicken followed by Anna. Charlie?
Okay. Hey, welcome. Good to see everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Memories, gosh, you get to be 72, you got a whole bucket of stuff. Something that made such an impression on me was my mom and dad, but my aunts and my uncles, especially the way my mom interacted with her sisters. It was very inspiring. I love being around them, certainly love being around my cousins, but as I've gotten older, I reflect back a lot on Bea and Blanche and Vivian and Uncle Carl, Uncle Gene, and my dad. That is a memory that that's the root, that's the foundation of our family tree. So just amazing. I'm just very grateful for that. Yeah, and that's what I'm grateful for also. Dream for the future. I really look forward to when we can maybe gather. If it's not at Thanksgiving, maybe it's sometime in the summer or something, but I really would like to see people in 360. And I look forward to doing that. I think that would be wonderful. None of the food we eat today is fattening. What you've got to do is you just got to limit your swallowing, okay? Just limit your swallowing and no one will gain weight. But I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving and good to see everyone on our Zoom format.
Charlie, I think you may have two, like a phone nearby or something, a little background.
Let's go to this one. Hang on.
Okay, so you're good now. Yep, good. Okay, Thank you, Charlie. And why don't we go now, going down the Charlie tree, why don't we go over to Anna? Anna?
Hi, guys. First of all, I want you to say hi to Harrison.
No.
Harrison.
Hello.
Harrison is having fun with his cousin Thorin from the other side of the family right now. So he's enjoying himself. And I want to say, like, with memories with the Kerr family, the thing is that we didn't really do Thanksgivings up north. We always did them down south with my mom's family. But I have a memory of that of hold on. I don't know the password here, so ask Hannah. I have a memory of that of when I was in college. I signed up to run the half marathon in Atlanta for the Thanksgiving Day half marathon, and I realized that I really wanted to spend it with family instead. So I went and picked up all my t-shirts and stuff and my race bib for the marathon, but I drove all the way to South Carolina to surprise my parents and my grandma and all the family members that were there. And I was like, well, I'll just run the half marathon there. So I marked out the trip path. Like I went on a trip like down the road, and I made the mileage, and I was like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to run. So, and my mom kept coming down the road like every 30 minutes, like giving me water. But that was a really fond memory I have. And I mean, I wish I had more memories of the Kerr family on Thanksgiving, but we never made it up to New York really. So, what I'm thankful for is I'm thankful for my son, Harrison. I'm thankful for my job. Like, I love my customers. They've been giving me all sorts of presents lately. Like, they've been giving me orchids, roses, all sorts of things. They just push out the window to me, and it touches my heart that they recognize me as working hard every day. So that's something that's really special to me, is my customers. So, but in the future, my wishes, first of all, and this is more on a joking level, but not really, but I would like the Georgia Bulldogs to win the national championship this year, because it's a long time coming and we need to win a national championship. But my wish is for another Yankee exchange. I don't know if Aunt Susan and Uncle Dennis can pull that off again, but I mean, I miss those days, and I miss my dad bonking Uncle Danny in the head with a snowman and all that good stuff. So I would love to see something like that happen again, and be up in New York for Christmas with all the snow, and Warwick is so quaint. So that's what I miss. But I wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and thank you so much for letting me talk, Uncle Danny.
Thank you so much, Anna. We love you. Okay, over at this point, it's been patiently waiting. Let's go back to Andrea. Andrea, you've got to turn on your mic. Okay, you've got to turn on the mic there. Should be right on. Phil should guide you on the bottom. There you go. You're on.
Okay. First of all, I just want to say that it's wonderful to be with all of you. Unfortunately, I had to leave my husband home because the cold that I had last week, I gave to him this week. So he just came down with that yesterday. So that unfortunately, I left him home with some turkey with a Thanksgiving dinner, but he couldn't come with us. So Lauren and JP picked me up, which was very nice. So I'm here with them, Lauren and JP. Okay. And we do not have Megan and Jacob here with us because Megan has to work for most of today. So she'll be going to the Greens house for Thanksgiving. But I'm very thankful that this year we had the wedding for Megan and Jacob. It went off beautifully. It was very nice. Thank you, Phil, for the ice as it was backup. Anyway, so we're thankful for that. And wish we could all be together, but this is the way it is now. You know, we're just have to be grateful for technology so that we can all see each other via Zoom, which is wonderful. I love being able to see my sisters that way, so it's also nice to be part of the Kerr clan this way. I also want to mention to Allie and to Mark that we went over the Throg's Neck today, and it only took about 10 minutes, so I thought you might be happy to hear that. And in terms of memories, in Asheroken, to me, it was always a major treat going to the Kerr house, whether it was Thanksgiving or during the summer or whenever it was, because I was just always in such awe of your family. There was always such chaos and such amazing things going on with all the guys and all the gals. I do remember one Thanksgiving sitting at the kids' table, and I think it was Michael that decided to take everything that he had on his plate and put it into a drink. And then including ketchup and mustard and mayonnaise and all these things. And then he proceeded to drink it. I was pretty appalled. But it was probably pretty typical of what you'd see when you go to the Kerrs, because after all, they were boys and we didn't have any boys in our house. So that's what I'm thankful for that we've got family, a little bit of a memory. And then I would just say that I'm just very, very glad to be part of this. It's very striking how when I think of the Kerrs, you know, we're an old generation now. And, you know, I miss many of you. I miss Jeff. I'm very happy, though, that there are so many youngsters in the generations below us that will carry on and create their own Thanksgiving memories. But we'll always treasure our memories with your family as well. So best of luck to everyone. I hope you all have happy holidays. And Lauren, I don't know if you wanted to say anything or say hello or.
I mean, I think this is wonderful that you guys do this and that it's being hosted. I think it's really neat. I probably don't know if I've met many of you, maybe when I was younger, but it's nice actually. My mom's talked about many of you over the years, so it's nice to kind of have some faces to put within names. And my Thanksgiving memories, unfortunately, don't really have much to do with you, more so with Aunt Val and Uncle Phil. They've been hosting Thanksgiving my entire life, with the exception of last year, which was very upsetting, but obviously COVID. So I guess that's, you know, the biggest thing for me is coming here, and it's been a wonderful tradition. They've always had a lot of people and a lot of food, and it's always been fun. And I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful that they are able to see you guys today. I think it's a really kind of special thing that this was organized. And I'm thankful for my health and my family's health. And I'm sure my dad will be feeling better soon. I'm a little cold. And it's just, I'm glad we can still get together, even if it's smaller capacity, or if it's via screen. It's just nice to do. There's a lot of people out there who don't have families or don't have, you know, the support that we do. So it's been nice. I'm glad I'm part of this family, and going forward, I hope, you know, COVID goes away. I hope everybody's healthy and happy and safe. And I hope everybody eats a lot of food today.
Thank you,
I
sweetheart.
don't know. Nice to meet everybody.
Thank you, Lauren, well said. Okay, so let's just go to the, speaking of Jeffrey, let's go to the Jeffrey's line of the family. So I don't think, I don't know, April, are you on the line? I did get a note that she confirmed. I don't see her on there. So if she does show up, we'll find room for her. But turn it over to Dawn and her clan and Carl and the girls.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Nice to see everybody. This was awesome. I guess I'll kick us off. You know, obviously one of my favorite memories is doing the Thanksgiving play with Uncle Dan and Aunt Sue. That will always be high up there for me. But as a child, I have great memories of always going to Uncle Danny's house for Thanksgiving, and I think even Christmas you would have a celebration as well. But always it was a chance to get together and see our aunts and our uncles and cousins and catch up, even if we didn't get to see each other, especially when we moved to the East End of Long Island. It was very special for us to be able to come back and see everybody. Going up to the second floor, which is now your bedroom, and with the Atari set up there, we used to play Frogger and Pac-Man and all sorts of stuff. And you always had the crazy movies, Attack of the 50-Foot Woman that's playing in the background downstairs. But it was always a great time, and there was always so many people there. There was, I guess, because we grew up in such a big family, I didn't know that small families really existed. You know, it was just such a normal thing for families to have so many aunts and uncles and cousins, and then family friends, and so many people in my life were family, and I'm grateful for all of that. What was the other one? Something I'm grateful for. Well, something I'm grateful for is my family. I mean, this was a tough year for me, losing my dad, but it was so wonderful during his service to have everybody stand up and give memories. I've watched that video, I think, a couple of times, and it was just important to me. You know, family is everything, and everybody's memories live on in family. And, you know, I'm just very grateful for all of you. And I think everybody that could come, and even those that couldn't, that sent messages, it was very special to me. So thank you. Something that I look forward to, I'm also grateful for my children and my husband, and honestly, on my own personal family side, I'm so proud of my children and how they've grown up. They're young ladies now, not even so much children anymore. Madison's driving a car now, so it kind of blows my mind. But they've all grown up to be such kind and empathetic young women. I'm blessed, and I have a wonderful, awesome husband who's extremely supportive as well. Things I look for the future. Obviously, yeah, COVID going away and all of us gathering together again.
Screw COVID.
Crazy. Appropriateness.
Sorry.
Inappropriate. But yeah, I want life to go back to be the way that it was. I know it never will be 100%, but being able to hug and love your family, you know, there's nothing quite like it. So, anybody else?
No. I'll say something really quick. Just I'm grateful for the Thanksgiving we had last year, and to take a moment to everybody to look at everybody should look at everybody on this call, because we don't know who may or may not be here next year. This year we lost my father-in-law Jeff. Don't want to see a father. So I'm grateful for the Thanksgiving that we had with him last year. I didn't know that it was going to be our last with him. And I'm grateful to have my Thanksgiving with everybody here today. So I'm grateful to have you all part of it. Thank you.
I am also very grateful. I'm extremely grateful that we're able to even do this. Like the fact that, you know, technology is advanced. So because of COVID and all that, we're able to see each other, and we're able to all just like, even, I don't know, it's just nice having everybody together. And I have to agree with my mom. I think my favorite Thanksgiving memory is definitely doing the Thanksgiving play every year, and being kind of that leader of it, and narrating the whole thing. That's going to stick with me for a very long time. And I'm hopeful for the future. It's scary to drive, I won't lie to you, but I like growing up. I'm excited for what's next. And I'm just grateful for all of you. I love you all. And yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, there's something I want to say.
Ditto.
Hi.
Gracie, do you have anything to say?
Not really. Besides, we just saw the earliest reporting I remember of the flight today.
Yeah.
It was so adorable and flight mess.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess that's it.
Hey, thank you, guys. If anyone missed it, when I sent that, there was a PowerPoint slide that had Madison's great production there. You can look at that later. Just click on the slide. So, okay, thanks, guys. I think we have a message from John via Amy. So, Amy, over to you.
Yes, so I just was texting with John, who is tied up in his Thanksgiving celebration with his with Jen's family. He did want to say, he sent a message sharing his love for all of us and suggesting that none of us go to Iowa in November. It's very cold. But he's sorry he couldn't join in, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for that. Okay, so before we wind up,
How about me?
I would never forget you. Before we wind up, let's give Susan. I was working my way down the family tree. I'm the last one on the tree. So let me bring the roots of the tree, or new roots of the tree, or the head of the tree. You pick your part. Susan, over to you.
Oh, gosh. I know the Willers always go before me, but yes, I don't know if you could see that, but it's us dressed as pilgrims. That still, you guys got to beat that one. You have to beat this one. I mean, how many people here got to be an Indian Squanto on Thanksgiving and have the Mayflower in their living room on Thanksgiving? Nobody, right? Nobody. But we had that. Dan broke the Mayflower. Everybody got hysterical. The director passed out. It was a great day. That's what happened. I mean, you got to watch that video. It's just great. But anyway, it is great to see everybody. I'll make it real quick. I'm grateful for Dan, and I'm grateful for him making me a Kerr woman. Yes, I have survived it now over 27 years. I'm grateful for being born in the USA. Let's see. What am I hopeful for? I want to perfect retirement, whether Dan likes it or not, and a Kerr barbecue in our future again.
Thank you, Susan.
You're welcome.
Okay, and I think I said it before, and I'm especially grateful for you. Okay, so let me go around as one. I want to conclude before I throw it open to general mayhem and unstructured yak. So Susan, keep me honest. I believe we have called upon everyone whose video image appears. If anyone has been missed, I don't believe so. So I'm going to do something a little bit different. And what I'm going to do, hopefully you can see it. As you know, Sue and I are very active in our local church. And when we put together the Thanksgiving service this year, I wanted to do a special prayer. And I came across something that I was unaware of. I came across the last.
It's to shrink it down a little bit.
So it's just your screen. So, okay, thank you. As I was saying, I came across the proclamation, the last proclamation signed by John F. Kennedy on November 4th, 1963. And you know, your history, we celebrate is the wrong word. We passed the 58th anniversary of his death. And just before, shortly before his death, he wrote this proclamation, which I viewed it as kind of a prayer. It was JFK on November 4th, 1963. And it goes as follows. Let us proclaim our gratitude to Providence for our manifold blessings. Let us be humbly thankful for inherited ideals. And let us resolve to share those blessings and those ideals with our fellow human beings throughout the world. On this Thanksgiving Day, let us gather in sanctuaries dedicated to worship and in homes blessed by family affection to express our gratitude for the glorious gifts of God. And let us earnestly and humbly pray that we will continue to guide and sustain us in the great unfinished task of achieving peace, justice, and understanding among all men and nations, and of ending misery and suffering wherever they exist. I thought that was a fitting Thanksgiving reflection. So at this point, amen. At this point, I'll make unstructured yak. You can turn on your mic. You can yak with one another without my intervention. Go at it if you want to say.
Can we get that in writing, Dan?
Go ahead, you're on.
Dad, why do you have to be so like that?
So I have a question for Madison. Will you be driving anywhere near New Hampshire? Because I'm struggling whether I'm going to surrender my license and stop driving or sponsor you in a stock car.
I don't know. I guess.
Okay, let's concentrate on the stock car. Okay, that's on the track. I think it'd be a good idea.
I just want to interrupt. We have to be going, Andrea and I. Thank you very much, Dan. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
Good seeing you guys.
Bye-bye.
Send you our love. Bye-bye.
Love you, bye.
Bye-bye.
Anna, quickly, Anna. Am I still on? Anna,
Yeah.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Go ahead, Sean.
All right, Anna, listen, anytime you want to increase your Thanksgiving family memories, you're welcome to come up and spend time with us. We love seeing you this summer. Love to see you again. You're always welcome. Bring the whole family.
Oh, yeah. No, I'd love to have your cooking. Like, I mean, it was delicious. And I've got to talk some Target talk with Rachel, so.
There you go. So please, anytime, just want to put it out there.
Hi, Alex.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Love you guys. You
Happy
too.
Thanksgiving.
Great hat, Alex.
That was my other question. What is that thing that Skip had on his head that looked like a starfish?
You haven't seen.
And did you have a cigar also?
My theory about aging is when people get older, sometimes they pass the threshold where what they look like doesn't enter into it. I know I heard that myself.
I thought he fell down in the dog pen. I didn't know what happened.
They go full circle. You end up
Skip, you
being
want to
very
provide an
silly.
explanation, Skip?
Yeah,
Skip, you gotta put your mic on.
Take care.
Go ahead, Ally. There you go, Skip.
Okay.
Mark, over the years, my sister would make her husband and myself hats for occasions. And I actually somewhere have a turkey hat with a big turkey on the front with legs hanging off the brim, but I couldn't find that. So it wound up being the Halloween hat. That's,
Oh,
We have
okay.
a ghost and a pumpkin.
I just couldn't see it all. It looked.
Things and a spider
yeah, we
hanging
have
down.
a spider, a bat, a ghost, and a pumpkin on it. So
It did look like a starfish, and I wasn't sure. And did you have a cigar also? I didn't get that.
no cigar.
No?
I wanted to
Okay, that-
see. I
It
wanted
could be
to-
this digital format and this small picture and my bad eyes that I can't see
okay.
all.
Okay.
Anyway, thanks for the explanation.
Okay.
I'm no longer worried.
Yeah, I lost Sean and Laura. Are they still here?
They, looks like they dropped off. Probably.
I know. I wanted to hear Alex's voice. I missed her before. All right, I'll have to call her. Okay. Hi, Hudson. I'll see you later.
Hi, Aunt Ally.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
Hello?
Dennis, you having a good time? I can see you are relaxed.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel, thank you for this. This is wonderful to put this together. I know it's not easy, because many family members like to talk a lot. So it's tough to sort out the chaos, but thank you.
Dennis, are you in the pool every day?
Well, I can't tell you how comfortable it is at this time of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Be able to swim in a pool and go immediately from the pool to a heated hot tub.
Oh, my goodness.
14 jets. I've enjoyed that every day. Sometimes
I would too. I would too.
Okay.
That sounds great.
I recommend getting that snow.
I wanted to show you guys someone that you probably haven't seen.
Oh,
This
wow.
is my big boy.
Hi, Harrison.
Harrison, hello.
He's shooting us.
Hi.
Don't. Oh, he's a good guy.
Now he's doing ninja. So Mark and Dan, are you having anybody over today?
Just
Just the two of us.
Okay. Well, there was the year that Skip and I were going to be by ourselves. And I thought I got this great thing at Trader Joe's. I thought it was a turkey dinner. And
I think it was dog food.
It was tofu or something. It was totally vegetarian. The gravy wasn't too bad, but he just, bleh.
That wasn't.
It was, I'll never live that down. So today we're having
Hot dogs would have been better.
no. Yeah. Today we're having Costco's chicken because there's only two of us. And Skip doesn't like
The vegetarians are eating all my food. All my food's food. That's what's going on.
Okay, folks, I gotta go turn the turkey. So any last words?
Daniel, thank you.
Thank you. Dawn,
Well, you
yeah,
flip
you're
it
welcome.
over.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You're supposed to flip
I'll
the
do
turkey
that
over
next
halfway
couple of
through.
days,
Is that right?
okay?
Thank you,
Merry
Deb.
Christmas, a month from
Hi,
today.
Lauren.
Christmas. Give our love to Tony, okay?
Yeah.
Happy
Yes, say hello to
Thanksgiving,
Tony for
everybody.
us.
Love
Thank
you guys.
Love you
Bye.
all.
Y'all take care.
Bye.
Nice shirt,
Take care.
Charlie.
Love you guys. Bye bye.
Love you. Bye all.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
I'll send out a link of a recording as well. Bye-bye.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.